Alright everybody, in today's video we are going to be breaking down these Tascam TH-300X headphones. They still work. I've had them for years and years and years. They were great, but as you can see, they're just falling apart now due to lots of use. I love them, but I'm tired of getting this black flaking everywhere. And they are relatively cheap, so I already have new ones. You can get these on Musician's Friend all the time for the stupid deal of the day, but I'll look at that later. Yeah, so we're just going to be breaking this down, looking at the speakers that they put in these, and if you've never seen the inside of headphones or wonder how they're constructed, you'll get to see that. So let's get started. Alright, first thing first, I'm just going to kind of try and follow this cable into here. I think I will cut this off eventually. Maybe I can use this cable down the road for some kind of electronics experimenting or something. So some things to note here. We got a wire coming up on both the left side right here for this speaker, and a wire coming up over here to the right speaker, connecting them. And then each side has these little screws there and there. First thing, I'm gonna take off those screws, and then we'll see what happens after that. Alright, I already took the right side off, but I wanted you guys to see me take the left side off. The screws are out, I'm just holding it in. So there's this piece. It's just plastic. And then this one was in there a little bit more and has some metal to it. Here's what on the other side. Kind of a spring-like. But it does just pop right out. Oh, so it's actually... No, there's a little bit of difference. That kind of holds it onto the track here. So that's what makes it adjustable. And that, so that these don't just fall out. So this is what we're looking at now. Alright, next up, I'm just going to remove these pieces from the headband. Kind of keep it sturdy and in place. Pretty cheap metal components. And now we have the wire for this. I should be able to just kind of cut this open. Looks like the wire kind of sticks to this side, so I think I can safely kind of just cut it. Let's see. Okay, so we got some just padding, a little strip of padding. And then the wire. Oh, so interesting. So then there's another layer. Some kind of plastic, and then the wire. Okay, there it is. Okay, then we got 2 sheets of plastic, and then the wire. Okay. Let me clean this up a bit and then get organized again. Alright, I lost my original audio for this portion, so this is me going back over narrating. So yeah, now we got the headband out of the way, and all we have left are the earpieces and the audio cable. Inspecting it outside, there were no more visual screws to take apart, so I just went ahead and started kind of putting force on it, and then I realized that the ear cuffs kind of just came off really easily. Those might be replaceable if you're interested in, if just those are falling apart on you and you don't want to get brand new headphones, maybe you can just get those earpieces. Okay. I mentioned they look like the rafts like that you go on like water slides and stuff. This stuff got messy. It was all over the place. Okay, so now I noticed that the speaker or driver was kind of slanted. I didn't know that. You know, that might be something else compared to if you go get basic cheap headphones at like Five Below or Walmart or something, you know. Maybe they're just flat against your ear. These are angled inward. That might be another difference between the 300s series versus 200 or another series. So yeah, there's 4 screws on each headphone side. I'm going to undo them. Let me just fast forward this part. Alright, now that we have all the screws out, let's take a look inside. So I'm starting with the left with the audio cable coming in. So right now I'm just kind of inspecting them, trying to understand how it's wired. Now I'll open up the right side and it's just the cable coming across. So on the right side, I just have a bare wire and a red wire. And on the left side, all the wires are there. So I'll further deconstruct that and then explain that, what's going on there. If you can see, there's more screws now exposed. So I'll go ahead and take that off on both sides, and then we'll look at the drivers. All right, now that we've got those screws out, I can explain to you what I see in further detail. So here we're looking at the right side. Okay, left side. Come on, Michael, get your hands out of the way. I think I was looking at it before I wanted to explain it to you guys. So you can see the blue wire is attached to the right side of that board, and then the bare wire is attached to the left side. So there's a total of 3 wires coming in. You have a bare wire, a red wire, and a blue wire. So I am assuming bare would be your ground. Here we go. Bare would be your ground. Red will be your right signal, and the blue will be your left signal. So as you can see, the wire's frayed. Solder job isn't that great. So that's how it is. Grounded with your right signal on the board, and on the left it's grounded in the same spot, and on the same spot instead of the red wire it's the blue wire because it's your left signal. And so the wire going across the headphone is just your red signal and a ground, and the incoming red signal wire is just connected to the red wire going over to the right speaker. So all in all, these speakers or drivers looked pretty cheap. Better than what I've broke open some Five Below ones before. Those were like super cheap. Super, super cheap. And these are much better soldered connections than, again, the Five Below ones. You do get what you pay for. And I know a lot goes into the construction of these, like the overall design. No way do I find these worth $80. You know what I mean? Alright, so I'm going to cut it off here, and then we'll go ahead and look at the specs on these things online, and musician's friend and whatnot, and kind of go over that. One last thing I'm going to do to these real quick actually is there's just two screws holding down that audio cable. I'm going to take those out, and then I'll have a free audio cable to use for future projects, and I can go ahead and use these speakers too. But yeah, super easy to just pull out. Alright, real quick guys, I just want to show you musician's friend. These were the ones that we took apart. Right now, $39. I would never pay $80 because I always see these things go on sale for stupid deal of the day, or they're just always on sale. Man, I would be curious to see what the difference is of the construction now that we've torn the 300Xs apart, to see what these look like on the inside, the difference, right? That'd be interesting to see. But anyways, just give you the specs on these. I guys found them here. Yeah, Tascam. Close 45 millimeter, 40 ohm impedances, frequency response. So you get all the frequencies. Max power, 1800 milliwatts. Now I'm actually curious. Let's see here. Way less power. That's pretty significant difference. Like a quarter of the power. Well, yeah, I just wanted to show you what we were breaking down. So I'll get a 9.8 foot cable.